What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here across the street from Vikings headquarters on Friday as they wrap up a short week prior to playing the Oakland Raiders on Sunday at the Metrodome. There's not a lot to talk about, honestly. In a week like this where you have several starters who are on the injury report. Hussein Abdullah is ruled out for this game. Anthony Herrera ruled out for this game, and that one's no surprise. Aaron Henderson's questionable on the injury report. Visante Shanko's questionable on the injury report. But this is the first week where, yeah, their playoff hopes, as dim as they were from the start, have been dead for a couple of weeks now. But this is the first time really where you look at the game and you say, this is the beginning of the death march. This is the beginning of going through the motions and going down toward the end of the season where things like which starters are available and which ones aren't really don't matter a whole lot in my mind. So now the focus is going to be on evaluation. And the other thing, which goes back to what I talked about after that game on Monday night at Lambeau Field, is what sort of effort do they get from guys? Do they start reducing the mental errors? Do guys seem prepared? Do guys seem detailed in their work? I didn't get a different vibe off of the team this week than I really did last week, but I also was shocked when the Vikings came out and played the way that they did on Monday night against Green Bay. It's hard to get up for a game, I think, on a Sunday at noon if you can't get up for one on Monday Night Football against one of your biggest rivals. I think that the biggest matchup to watch in this game, or at least one of them, is going to be the speed that Oakland has on the perimeter. They want to run a vertical offense. The Vikings defense is geared, the Tampa 2, and the cover 2 that they play with different coverages underneath it is geared to stop the big play. So, can the Raiders pop it down the field, or will they take the attack that a lot of teams have, including the Packers on Monday night, which is throw underneath the coverage all day? Benny Sapp's going to be working in at the nickel along with Marcus Sherrills. Anybody who's there is probably going to be a mismatch depending how Benny ends up looking after 2.5 months away from the game. You're going to have Asher Allen on the outside again. I don't think that they're going to shadow. I think that they will play sides with Allen and Cedric Griffin in this game, but can't be too sure after 2 games in a row where they've deployed Allen differently. Cedric Griffin has had no explosion left. People have been throwing the ball underneath him over and over and over again. Up front, now your coverage has to work together with your 4-man rush in this defense. Brian Robinson hasn't been getting the job done. Jared Allen has, but hasn't been getting a whole lot of support. So all those things put together, again, it comes down in some regards to effort and detail and focus, none of which they had on Monday night. And also another thing to watch. Does Fred Puckett get a little bit more freedom in this game? Will Leslie Frazier allow Puckett to send more pressure at the quarterback? It's something that, knowing Puckett's personality, knowing his mindset about how to play defense, I wouldn't be surprised if he's been pushing to rush the passer a little bit more, to do more things, show more looks, blitz more. But Leslie Frazier is, at this stage, married to that Tampa 2 scheme. I think that a couple more defensive performances like the ones they've had, and granted, they have all sorts of personnel issues, but getting beat by 38 points is not acceptable. Giving up 45 points, 38 of them on defense, if you take out the punt return, is not acceptable. Do they begin to mix things up? Do they begin to experiment? Something has to change. You have to find some way to keep guys interested in this as we wind down toward the close. We get the first sign of that on Sunday against Oakland, which is playing pretty decent football at this point. 5 of the final 7 games for the Vikings against teams that are in the playoff hunt. I'll be there on Sunday along with Judd and plenty of others. We'll see you there.